Welcome back to the Roundtable. I'm AwestruckVox.
I'm RetroNemo.
And my name is Tom.
And today we're here, united, once more,
Yes.
like every day of the week, to talk about something, I don't want to call it special, something, I guess,
It's bad.
I wouldn't even say it's weird, something weird.
Something bizarre.
Bizarre Bark, Disney Channel.
Ah, yeah.
And that is the new Showtime animated series,
My
cartoon president.
I thought it was not my cartoon president because he's not mine. Because the show's not good.
A little bit of background here. Made by Steve Colbert.
Yeah, that's why it's funny, but you can't laugh at it because it's like the context.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's an animated series by Showtime based off the Steve Colbert bits that I believe he did on the show.
Oh, did he do them on the show?
Yeah, that's where it originated from.
Oh.
And then they made it into a full series on Showtime.
Wow.
Yeah, big mistake, actually. So we watched the first episode, and I guess this is our first impressions video, and I guess, well, really,
I feel like
the issues we have with it, and I'm not gonna lie, like we all watch it, we all agree there are humorous moments, but because it's like real politicians and real problems in our world, it's like, it's just, to me, it's awkward.
Okay, I want to start off, because I know everyone in the comments can be like, look at the Roundtable, getting offended by everything. Like, just let Trump... No.
I mean, do conservatives even like this show?
Yeah, like, here's what we're saying. I'm not offended by a single thing in the show.
No.
I don't get offended. You can joke about anything. What I'm saying is, it's just... I don't think that this subject matter is, like, that funny right now.
Yeah, we don't get offended by anything.
It's
By the way, Shane,
definitely-
you look kind of big in this.
Fuck. Oh!
Oh my god.
And that's what we in the biz call...
Method acting.
Oh, yeah, method acting. I actually didn't have a phrase. I was hoping something would come to me. Yeah. No, yeah.
As you were saying.
And basically, it's just, we're not offended by it. We're just kind of like, what the heck is this? We're just confused by it.
It is problematic, though,
Yeah.
in aspects.
In aspects.
There's a lot of lamp shading going on,
Mm-hmm.
which if you don't know what that means, it's like when you address an issue of what you're making, but then you don't actually solve the issue. It's just like, oh, we know it's there.
Yeah.
And then it's just, you don't really do anything to resolve it. It's just like you acknowledge it. So
Yeah, I believe it's showcased with that one, like an example of that would probably be that one, the talk show host, the one who's like, yeah, I'll give it like a 9.5 because something in my head's telling me this is not a good idea or something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly the exact quote. I don't know how many times we've seen that.
yeah, they did that like 3 times in the episode.
Oh, yeah, they did
Yeah.
a lot of callbacks to other jokes.
Yeah.
Ted Cruz just really had to keep making that toothbrush joke.
Yeah, so,
Kept getting Melania's name wrong.
Yeah, it was funny like the first time.
yeah, and at least, here's my not hot take, but,
Hot topic.
you know, I find it weird because it clearly is supposed to be like a social commentary, a political commentary on the state of, you know, our government, our president, all, like, just all of it. But then it also wants to be like a sitcom with like an A plot and the B plot, like the B story of Trump, like, what am I gonna do for me and Melania's anniversary? But like the A plot's like, oh, I gotta blow everyone away at State of the Union, and it's weird because it feels like it almost doesn't know what it wants to be.
And I think furthermore, like, besides Trump, it'd be weird if they took any real life person and like, let's make a show about their life right now as it's happening. Like, I would be freaked out if somebody had a RetroNemo show with an A plot and a B plot, like writing about me and my family and friends.
Yeah.
It's just a weird thing. Like, you can go back in time and like pick somebody else.
Go back in time.
Yeah, like there's been a lot of presidents.
Like do
Showtime.
like a George Bush show.
Almost.
I feel
don't
like they
know.
tried
George
to do
Washington,
They did
Abraham
Little Bush.
Lincoln.
Yeah, I'm talking like prehistoric presidents. Like
Prehistoric presidents?
Before there was paper.
Yeah.
They didn't
You
know
mean
what to call him.
the T-Rex president?
Yeah.
It was actually a really smart Tyrannosaurus.
Yeah, what was his name? Booba?
I think it was Abe Lincoln.
I don't know. It was Abe Lincoln. Abe Lincoln the second is what we know, and he's on the penny. But the original Abe Lincoln was a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Poor grammar.
Abe Lincoln the second's dad.
Very tiny arms.
Very tiny. Actually, the longest in his clan, though. That's what got him the position. They're a centimeter longer. Really good at card tricks. Really bad at leading the dinosaurs, because if you guys haven't told, they're gone.
Yeah.
But I think we're all kind of in agreement. It'd be better if it was like a fictional president, like
Right.
like fictional everything, but having real people, it just makes it like, to me, it's just awkward.
Yeah, we threw out the scenario if Hillary Clinton was president and they made this show. It'd be funny, I guess. So it's like right now, if they made a show about Hillary Clinton's presidency, there's an air of like
suspension of disbelief.
Suspension of disbelief, yeah. Because like this isn't happening. You know, this is just a scenario.
Yeah, or like let's compare it to shows like South Park or Family Guy that uses like real life political figures.
Can we just keep it to South Park? I don't want to touch Family Guy.
Listen, I'm not using it as a good example. I'm just using it as an example.
Okay.
It's like, yeah, sometimes they bring up political figures, they bring up the president, they make, they have jabs about them, but that's not the entire show.
Right.
It can be the plot of an episode, or it can be a plot of like a single cutaway joke, but it's never the entire show. To make an entire show around it, it's not even, I wouldn't say too far. It's just not smart.
It's just, it's bizarre.
It's not even like, it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not
That's the bottom line. It's just not good.
And like, again, like there's clever.
The animation is awful.
Oh, the
we haven't even gotten there yet.
Like, and that's how you know that like the passion and that goes into the show. They're not going in to say, let's make a good show, which I think should always be the focus of making the show.
Yeah.
Their passion is how many jabs can we take at Trump, at the president, and the political parties.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's kind of, as someone who's passionate about animation, I get freedom of speech. It's a medium, it's a art form, so you can talk about whatever you want with animation, but it feels like their heart's in the wrong place.
I mean, if you look at like Stephen Colbert, and there was actually an interview like next to the first episode that I watched, and he's like genuinely like he thinks it's a great thing, like he thinks he's doing a great thing right now,
No.
and like this is gonna be like a great show, and it's like
That's what sucks about it.
I mean, it's probably just because like he's been so successful using the same type of humor, making the same type of jokes in a different context. Which like we can all agree, like the jokes, yeah, they're funny, but it's like you don't want to laugh at it, and it's like it's like there's no impact with it in this scenario because it's like, okay, but this is just what's happening in real life.
Yeah.
It's just a bit more exaggerated.
Flanderized.
I think they'd hide behind like, oh, this is just a caricature.
It's just a
But,
bit
like-
it's just exaggerated, and it's not even exaggerated to the point of satire. It's just exaggerated for the sake of like,
Yeah.
you know.
I still don't get what's like making like how Ted Cruz is like basically a psychopath.
Yeah, there's like,
Like the Joker. It was
a lot
like,
of shit in it. Like there's
like,
nothing
it was-
behind it.
Yeah, like I could understand if it was like alluding to me like the Zodiac killers, like being like, yeah, I broke into your bathroom, waiting for you to jump out. He sounds exactly like this, by the way.
Yeah.
What are you doing to your teeth?
I'm brushing them.
You got hair on your teeth? What am I missing here, Don?
Yeah. So I can pitch to you a great idea for State of the Union. It's like I want to stop watching this.
It's just
but I finished the
weird. It's
episode.
like actual White House figures just kind of like made into jokes, which is fine. It's been happening since the beginning of America.
Yeah.
But to make it into a sitcom, where it's like, what am I gonna do? Like Obama's prom. Oh, it's the big game tonight. Like
I
it's
think
like,
a big thing about it is just like the medium is wrong.
yeah.
It's not the right format, not the right.
Yeah.
I'm just sick of
presentation.
Trump. I'm just sick of Trump jokes.
Yeah, that too.
And maybe I feel like it'd be better. Like, let's say it would work if it's stuck as like a short segment, or like if it was like shorts that got released on the internet, maybe.
Yeah.
Or just shorts on the whatever show Stephen Colbert has. I get them confused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like if they just kept it like as part of a segment, but not making it into like a full blown show.
Right.
Because again, you add like all these A plots and B plots, but then you also want to have social commentary. It's like, oh, this episode's about Trump trying to figure out what pizza place to eat at. Also, nuclear codes.
I mean, even the jokes that have nothing to do with politics, it's like you just don't want to laugh at, and it's like maybe it would be funny in different contexts, but it's like it's just not funny in this case because of what's going on.
I will unapologetically laugh for Trump's nightmare and Colin Kaepernick proposes to Melania.
Yeah. I mean, some of it's funny, but it's like it's just too much.
We'll define too much.
I wouldn't even say it's too much. I'd say it's like not enough. Like it's too similar to reality, and it feels lazy.
I just think like they can't ride like let's make fun of Trump forever, and this is like definitely its peak.
Yeah, that's basically why I'm not for it, because it's a bandwagon show.
I mean,
totally a bandwagon show.
I mean, it's not really a bandwagon show since Stephen Colbert was doing this since like probably like 2 years ago.
But
the thing is,
he's
it's
not the
like-
one who greenlit it. Showtime did.
Yeah,
they're gonna
but
hide
I mean,
behind-
he's the executive producer, and also, I mean, I would say it's gotten. He wasn't even the one who like drove the joke into the ground. I would say it was mostly SNL with like doing a full skit about like how Trump's like the same joke over and over
Every
again
week.
every week.
And then by the time like The Simpsons got to it, you just cringe. You're like, you guys too.
Yeah. And like every sketch channel on YouTube seemed like they were doing one, and it's like, all right, after a certain point, it's like I've seen enough people wearing orange face.
And it's also like, how are people who are going to watch this in the UK or other parts of the world, how are they going to react to
They
it?
might
just
actually
not.
think it's funny.
But would they even get the jokes?
Maybe. I
That's
mean,
what
the
I'm
whole
wondering.
world is watching right now. Trump. They're just like, man, America's.
15 years from now, though, no one's gonna care.
Yeah,
That's what exactly. Like,
maybe
is this show going to hold up in 15 years?
Maybe in 15 years it'll actually be funny because the context will be different.
What I'm saying is, like, if they try to hide behind it, like, it's clever, or, like, they're being smart or something, I'm gonna slap them in the face. Because, I mean, nothing about this is clever or smart. If Stephen Colbert's gonna be like, you like that? Catch that one? Slips right by you. No, nothing was like that at all. It was all obvious, it was all blunt, and it was only occasionally funny, but that's because of the writing.
Yeah, I feel like it uses, and this is me criticizing it like as a show.
Sure, go
and
ahead.
as like a social commentary. It's very much machine gun humor, like just throwing as many jokes as possible over and over again. Eventually, of course, like one's gonna land.
Like the Roundtable podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Just like our podcast.
Is this the end? I'm just kidding.
But like again, that's why I love like the Colin Kaepernick joke, or like, oh, did you just ask to start a coup? Yeah, he said coup, right?
Yeah, that was kind of funny.
I mean, I also like when Trump would basically like tackle like the briefcase or like try to get it.
That stuff that made me laugh every time.
It made me laugh the second, like especially the second
he's
time.
like,
He was
what
like,
a rush!
Yeah,
I mean, with that kind of stuff, it's exaggerated to the point where it's actually kind of funny.
yeah.
Like, it's not realistic at that point. Like, it's based in reality to some extent because it's a joke that people have been saying, like, oh, Trump's going to nuke everyone. But it's like when you exaggerate it to that point, that kind of starts to be funny. But even
but it's like the entire show isn't like that.
yeah,
Well, dude, you know what's on? I've been thinking about this a lot. Like, as a person who doesn't follow the presidency that much, because I want to tune it out, and like watches just about everything else, my image of Trump is so skewed. Like, this is my fault for not doing that, for, like watching the real stuff. But like when I see him actually talking, I'm like, this isn't funny. He's talking about like wages. Make a joke. Where's your orange face? Like when I see the real Trump, I'm just disappointed because I'm so used to like the flanderized.
yeah, no, it
hyperbolic
just gets
versions.
scary when you actually listen to him.
Yeah, like wait a second, guys.
Like, wait, guys, stop making jokes. Like, why are we not doing anything?
Great time to be an American.
And who knows? This was the first episode. Maybe they'll find their groove later on.
I sure hope not.
Because if every episode's like this one, oof.
I'm waiting for that axe to get dropped.
I mean, it's concerning the effect this might have, honestly.
Yeah.
well, if you're dumb enough to be convinced by a Showtime TV show, you probably voted for Trump.
I mean,
so
it's
this could
media.
be dangerous.
Media can act as propaganda, so
Yeah.
like that's a dangerous thing.
And it's not like animation hasn't been used as propaganda before. I mean, look where like the Disney shorts started and where how they are now. Like it's like night and day.
I feel like I'm really scared for this comment section. I just want to say that I'm independent, not on any side.
I mean, people are gonna say what they're gonna say. Like I said, I don't know who's actually like watching and enjoying this show from a political perspective.
That's true.
Because if you're liberal, then what I said it could come across as like humanizing Trump, which they lampshaded that as well. And if you're conservative, they're making fun of your candidate, so I feel like you wouldn't like it for that reason. So I'm not sure who would actually watch this, except for like maybe like an anarchist or a libertarian.
Stephen
and be
Colbert
like-
and Chance are the only two people.
I mean, Stephen Colbert, he might just like it because it's like his brainchild, and he thinks like, oh, people are gonna love this.
Yeah.
But in reality, it's
I mean, the reception for the first episode, at least what I saw in the comment section and the likes, like it had a pretty good like to dislike ratio. It was more likes, and then the comment section was mostly like, oh yeah, it's so funny, or someone was like, oh yeah, it's just like reality, and I'm like, oh okay.
I mean, does that kind of
those are
make it scary?
SNL viewers.
Huh?
Those are SNL viewers.
True.
Yeah. Shout out to Showtime for putting the first episode online for free. Pretty bold move on there, and they probably lost a lot of money.
Yeah, and guys, at the end of the day, like these are just our thoughts. So go watch the show if you want. Form your own opinion.
Or don't. I don't think it's
Yeah.
worth it. I wouldn't recommend it.
No, I'm not saying you have to see it, but I'm saying if you're thinking, oh well, I mean, I feel like before what you said, people could either think we're anti-Trump or just like not like or pro-Trump.
I mean, I'm anti-Trump. I'm not afraid to admit that. If people disagree with that, that's whatever.
I mean, I don't think anyone here is like Trump.
All I'm saying is, like, I didn't think it was that funny that they poked fun at him. You should respect him. He's in office.
I mean, I think that, again, I'm looking at this as a TV show and what it's trying to accomplish, because televisions are trying to. I think every television show is striving to tell more of stories and messages that they feel matters into the world.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't think the message they're telling here is really working because they're not. I feel like the execution is.
It's not well done.
Yeah.
It's not.
More than anything, it's just not well done.
Like it was just like, oh, I want to make a show about all the wacky Trump stuff does. You know, obviously, like from his tweets and stuff, he can be pretty wacky.
He's a pretty zany guy.
But then like they don't present it in a way. It's like they try to do both. It's like they try to like, oh, here's what's actually wrong with Trump, and then here's just this slanderized fictional version of him.
Right.
That the media portrays.
We're gonna like be like totally satirical, but now we're gonna make some real points that you should listen in on because we're smart.
Yeah.
Look at that. We're making a statement.
It doesn't set up your credibility very well when you're doing stuff like that and then you try and actually make a point.
You can't play both sides.
Like I said,
I mean, you can, but it's just with stuff like this, the way that they're doing it doesn't work.
Yeah. Like I said, if this was just like an original character president, like a fictional president, and they're doing the exact same things, it'd be a lot better. It could still be a social commentary, but it's not. You have some suspension of disbelief, and it's not like coming at every single political figure.
I think the only one who nailed it is Gumball by just making the mayor Trump and like not even addressing it.
Yeah.
That's the only time I laughed. I'm like,
who did a pretty good job of it? Harold and Kumar, when they had George Bush and I think that was during his presidency, they had him in Harold and Kumar go to Guantanamo Bay, and he's just like smoking weed, and he's like, I don't even trust the government. And it was just like, it was like a completely like new character, just kind of based on the idea of George W. Bush.
People did great with Obama. I just laughed whenever I saw Obama.
Yeah.
Like in every Yukino Joe Obama video, it's like, I treasure my holographic, my Charizard for Mr. Mime. Like, I don't like Mr. Mime.
I think the main thing is it just doesn't bring anything new.
Right.
Exactly. It's just rehashing things
which
everyone said before.
Yeah, which I get that like Stephen Colbert is kind of at the head of the whole like comedic Trump narrative, which makes it hard for him to bring a new take since he's the source of it, but still it just doesn't work out that well.
I just say that it just looks like it was made in a day in like Flash.
Oh yeah,
it looks like it was animated by the guys who made all the Fine Brothers animated shows. You know what I'm talking about, like My Emo Dad?
I've never seen any of those.
Oh, looks like I'm the only one who watched them.
The backgrounds look so weird though.
It reminds me of Rush Zone on Nickelodeon, I don't know if you remember, or Nicktoons. I don't know if you guys ever saw that. It was like an NFL cartoon. It basically looks the exact same thing.
There's an NFL cartoon.
Oof.
Yeah, and there's like giant mechas and everything.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's just like it's like Bitmojis on a really low quality like background. It looks like The Sims if you had to like go in and like turn down all the details because your computer can't handle it.
It looks like when people like animate like comic pages. I don't know if you've ever seen animations like that.
Yeah,
People,
I've
like,
seen those.
Yeah, that more or less what it looks like.
Yeah. Or just like a bad Showtime show. All right, we'll end on that.
Well, guys, have you seen our cartoon president? If not, like I said, if you want to check it out. Form your own opinion. Don't just take our word for it. If you think it's funny, then that's on you. And you know, we present our points fairly.
And if you just don't care, then good for you.
Hey.
And subscribe to the Roundtable if you don't care. I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Well, why not?
Might as well.
I'm voting for Obama.
Again.
I wish.
I want Obama to come back and be like, I'm not Obama, I'm Tony Bantano.
I feel like this joke's been made.
Probably.
I'm not Obama. I'm no Obama.
But you know, like a backwards hat, like striped sunglasses. Like, boy, that Obama guy was cool. Wish we could have him back.
He just changes his tie.
Shaves his eyebrows, dyes his hair gray, claims to be a demon, gets accused for beating his pregnant girlfriend.
I'm just imagining it's just like a simple like registration line, run for president, and Obama's in it, and they're like, Obama, come on, dude, you know you can't run for a third term. And he's like,
what do you mean?
I'm not the same man I was in 2008.
Just let me get back in that chair.
But if you guys enjoyed the discussion or agreed with our hot takes, feel free to throw a like, share it with your family group chat so everyone can start an argument. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out. Hit that bell for notifications so you can stay in the loop with all things animation. I've been AwestruckVox.
I'm RetroNemo.
And my name is Tom.
And we're signing out.
If it makes you feel better, I would vote for Hillary.